Hey guys, we're gonna be watching a key supply video.
Give you the courtesy to leave now. If not, you're going to be issued summonses for not leaving. And if you don't want to identify yourself and give me your information to get the summons, you'll be arrested for disorderly conduct.
Well, it actually happened. The New Jersey State Police, the local sheriffs, and the local police actually enforced their curfew at Delaney Hall, the ICE detention
Great.
facility in Newark, New Jersey. So it turns out the Essex County Sheriff's Department brought a whole bus in anticipation that they might have to arrest a ton of
We
people
need more
because of this
buses. We
curfew.
need all the
Nobody really knew
buses.
what was going to happen and whether or not protesters were going to cross that line and not follow the curfew. So this Delaney Hall story is not only about protesters clashing with federal agents or police officers. We also have a lot of lawmakers who are showing up to Delaney Hall, and recently Hakeem Jeffries is now also calling for Delaney Hall to shut down. So we're going to watch this video as well
Jeffrey's a
and dig
fucking
into all of
joke.
these recent updates. So before we dig into all of this, make sure to please like the video.
I'm Jeffrey, I'm a
And it
traitor.
also helps others see the videos as well. And we've been covering Delaney Hall super closely. I don't want you guys to miss a thing. So let's start with this. The initial standoff that was captured by Nick Sorter 30 minutes before this curfew was about to be enforced.
Oh.
9 p.m. and remain effective until 6 a.m. We are currently in the curfew zone. All members of the media will they're very respectful. We must not violate any other municipal ordinance or state law.
Okay, so if you are
So,
unaware, this curfew is super aggressive. We're talking about a 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. time slot, and we're
it
talking
should be
about you
since they
have to be
wanna
half a
try and break
mile
into your federal
away from
facility.
Delaney Hall if you want to protest. Now, many people are forgetting this part of the story. The individual who put this curfew in is the mayor of Newark, New Jersey. The mayor of Newark, New Jersey was actually arrested last year at Delaney Hall as well.
Yep.
Now, the charges were dropped, but I'm simply
Yeah,
trying to
because
let you
they're
know we have leaders in
scaredy
the area
bitches and
who
they
are now
drop
moving
charges
in this
against a
curfew,
traitor.
who really are not the biggest fans of the ICE presence in Newark as well. So keep in mind, protesters are super agitated or very upset with, why is this leader going to put a curfew on us when he's been on the ground as well? And
Because you
also, many
guys have been
protesters are not too
rioting.
happy with the governor, considering we have very strict sanctuary policies in New Jersey, yet you're telling us we need to push back half a mile away. Now, look, I'm simply trying to lay out why some people might not
You
leave.
know what's missing in that police? Hold on. You know what we're missing here? We're missing guys in the back with tear gas launchers. Okay? And then, yeah, pretty much that. Tear gas launchers. Oh, and we also need another line of officers, too.
People might not leave the curfew zone because a lot of people did not leave the curfew zone, and this video was posted on the DHS social media. Don't be this guy, and this is what they posted.
Oh my god. You see? Do you see how easy it is to solve this problem? It's very easy to solve this problem.
Just like that.
You just tell them, get the fuck out of here, or you're going to jail, bitch, and you do it. With every single one of them. You solve this problem real quick.
And he disappeared behind the police. Then DHS also posted this, Law and Order, and they reposted Nick Sorter's post on X. Now anti-ICE rioters are fully kettled between two walls of concrete and two walls of police here in Newark.
Right.
So from here,
Cranking up to everybody.
kettle, basically a tactical maneuver to partially surround you. And from here, the police, which my cursor right here, that's the police, they are now deciding what they want to do with all of these protesters and also members of media. I'm curious how you feel about this. Some members of media were actually not too happy with
Oh, you can.
mainly because members of media were being looped in together with some of the protesters. And
Great, they should
the
be.
argument is, as a member of media, I should have the ability to film what's going on here and walk where I want to walk to make sure we have the proper news
No, you
story
don't
for
get
the
to walk
public
where
to
you walk. You
consume
walk where
and
we
have
say
a
you walk.
proper opinion on the situation. Okay, we'll get
Well,
back to the
and you're not media just because you say you are.
protesters, but here's the Keith Jeffries in a brand
Oh,
new
this
video.
scum
In
bitch.
America, immigration enforcement should be fair, just, and humane.
It
That's
is.
not what's going on here at
Uh-huh.
Delaney Hall. We spoke to several individuals, none of whom has a criminal record.
They did by
Many
coming
have been
illegally.
detained here at Delaney Hall for months.
And
This is not America.
it is.
The lack of access to quality food.
And the
that's not
evidence for
America.
that?
The lack of access to adequate
And the
medical
evidence for that?
That's not America.
Okay, let's stop here. Please leave.
Yeah, please stop there, Jesus. That is what these people do. They will lie about shit so that you feel bad for criminals.
Your comments down below and let me know how you feel about this so far. Now, I do want to point out this side of the story is what Homeland Security is also trying to fight back on or push back against. We have lawmakers who are conducting oversight visits, according to them, to try and figure out what's happening at Delaney Hall. Meanwhile, Homeland Security is saying everything that they're saying is completely fake.
Yeah, it is
People at
fake.
Delaney Hall, they're getting fed, they're meeting the federal standard it takes to live in a facility like this, and so we really have this back and forth going on. At the same time, we also have the back and forth going on the ground between protesters, police, and federal agents. Now, I already know what some of you are thinking. LaMonica MacGyver, she is back at Delaney Hall, and she has been returning.
And what's also interesting to know is that they had a oversight, a watchdog or oversight group or something like that went into that hall recently, and they said, oh, it's actually running perfectly normal. There are no health concerns, no food concerns. It's normal. So they lied.
Delaney Hall. I think a lot of you might already know this, but last year at Delaney Hall, LaMonica MacGyver is a member of Congress, where we saw that clash and the shoving back and forth between federal agents and this member of Congress, who's also on the House Oversight Committee of Homeland Security, by the way. She has been accused of assaulting a Homeland Security agent, and I know what some of you are thinking. I mean, she's actually coming back despite these charges. Yeah, she is coming back, and here's what she has said recently. Please let me know how you guys feel.
You should be in prison, woman.
25 at Delaney Hall became a model for how the Trump administration treats oversight. They tried to skirt the law by requiring a waiting period for oversight.
No.
They tried to block all oversight when they shut down the government.
Yeah, so that's actually untrue. The law says they have oversight. It doesn't say you can't require a week ahead of, you can't require them to let you know a week ahead of time, so that's false. And they didn't shut down any oversight.
They handcuffed a United States senator for
Yeah.
asking questions.
No, because you battered an agent.
They're trying to put me in prison for doing oversight.
You're not the victim, woman. Stop acting like it.
Try to intimidate us. They're detaining people who shouldn't be there. Citizens, innocent people.
No, they're not
Immigrants are
citizens.
suffering.
Okay, let's stop there. As far as the accusations for citizens, I would love to see the proof, because if that's the case, that's a pretty big deal if there are U.S. citizens being detained in an ICE detention facility. So, yeah, keep in mind, these are the 3 individuals that were involved with the Delaney Hall incident.
The 3 traitors? Yes.
All members of Congress.
Inhumane conditions. People are having their dignity taken away each and every day.
See American citizens shot in broad daylight because of this administration. In broad daylight.
Yeah, because she tried to interfere and she's a traitor.
These privately run detention centers. That is why they've worked so hard to prevent us from going in.
These facilities are staying filled up, and people are being detained longer, is because the people that actually own the facilities are doing Donald Trump. We're not backing down.
Great, neither is Trump.
The No Delay Act today. ICE can't delay us or keep us out while they clean up.
They can require you to wait a week.
Now, I do want to point out, because I think a lot of people forgot about this, they were able to do the oversight even after those initial clashes, by the way. And Tom Homan also said, we want you guys to conduct oversight. Please conduct oversight, especially especially over at Delaney Hall, which at the time was considered like the premier flagship of ICE detention facilities, according to DHS.
People about the threat this administration poses. The threat not just to us,
That youth pose, that
but to our neighbors.
When
your
cameras pull
criminal
TV
friends.
behind closed doors, the American public deserves to have someone to uncover what is being kept in the dark.
Like
So
what?
there you go. And by the way, if you are new to my channel, I've always said, regardless if you're Republican or Democrat, you should conduct oversight. However, in good faith oversight,
But you need
not
to give
conduct
notice.
political messaging to.
That's what these people will do. They will act like they're the victims so that they don't kick away their voters, or you feel bad for the illegals.
Try and promote something. I've never been a fan of that. For me, I think oversight is good. We pay for it in taxes. We should want oversight. But I think we should all want oversight that is unbiased, not right leaning, not left leaning. We just want to make sure things are done good and right. Now, of course, DHS is responding. Here's what they say. Sanctuary politicians like Representative Jeffries continue to promote hoaxes about Delaney Hall. This is a detention center. Everyone being held inside Delaney Hall broke the law by entering the United States illegally.
Yep.
No lawbreakers in history have been treated better than illegal aliens. All detainees have beds, clean water, comprehensive health care, and receive 3 meals a day.
Wow, that's nicer than U.S. citizens getting jail.
To that video from Hakeem Jeffries. So I did have a strong feeling that Homeland Security was going to counter with this type of messaging towards Hakeem Jeffries. Mainly this talking point. Everyone being held inside Delaney Hall broke the law by entering the United States illegally. And that's in direct response to Hakeem Jeffries saying, everyone we talk to is not a criminal. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a little shocked that Hakeem Jeffries actually brought...
Yeah. You don't deserve comprehensive health care if you're illegal. You deserve basic. You get the basic passage, bitch.
Up that argumentation, because you guys may have noticed we don't really hear this too much anymore from Democrats, where if you come into the country illegally, that's not a crime, that is a civil matter, so you can't call them a criminal. And you may have noticed...
Yeah, because that's a retarded argument.
In my opinion, I think it's because when you look at the polling or statistics, it turns out a lot more Democrats actually agree with Republicans as far as if you do come into the country, you are breaking the law. So if you want to call them a criminal or not a criminal, that's fine, but you're still breaking the law. In my opinion, that's why I think we don't hear that anymore. But here we are. Hakeem Jeffries brought up the argument, well, the people in Delaney Hall, or the individuals we talked to in Delaney Hall, they're not criminals. And here is the counter talking point, which, by the way, is more popular.
See, Joey, I would say it's worse.
Yeah, it's Jeffrey. What do you expect?
I've ever attended, over the course of this quote-unquote anti-ICE stuff, right? I mean, it's total anarchy. That video
Yeah.
of the horses, I couldn't believe it. Them hurling 2x4s and rocks at the head of horses that are
What?
walking down the street. It's not like
Do you want to get shot?
horses, they were merely walking down the street. They're trying to disable the horses. I mean, that's a pretty nonpartisan thing, man, where, you'd probably be like, trying to keep horses in the street is not a controversial issue.
So keep in mind, according to New Jersey officials, there are apparently a lot of people in the crowd who are not even from New Jersey.
What?
Chaos.
No.
The governor and also the commander on the ground who's overseeing security efforts at Delaney Hall. Which, by the way, again, is mainly being maintained by the Newark Police Department, the sheriffs who are out there, and of course the state police, not so much federal agents.
These people are...
Well, of course they're not from here. They will go to anywhere they want them to go to simp and try and stop lawful operations because they're terrorists.
Clearly sick in the head. That's it.
Also, keep in mind, Nick Sorter was over at the Portland protest, and you may have noticed we don't even really hear too
Yeah,
much
that was
about
bad.
that. It is still ongoing, and we did see some clashes just the other day, but I don't really see a reason to report on it because people want to see this.
Yeah, it made my blood boil. I reposted your video. Don't attack law enforcement. Don't attack the law enforcement forces that really fired me up. Thank you for capturing that footage so we could show.
Okay, so the big question is, what happens next? Well, keep in mind, in context, we are in the middle of the week. lot of people won't even be able to show up if they
Yeah, the
do have
people
jobs.
protesting
Also,
that
keep in
actually
mind,
have
we
jobs.
still have this curfew in
The
place,
few people
and now
protesting, I should
protesters
say.
know if anybody wants to cross the line, you can and probably will get arrested.
And you're certainly not keeping
Oh.
New Jersey safe.
And there's another thing. Yeah, if they throw shit at the horses, you shoot them dead.
Today and going forward, I urge those protesting outside of Delaney Hall to bring the temperature down.
Oh, woman, shut up. You're not bringing it down. You should be in prison.
So comply with the lawful orders from local and state law enforcement and let advocates, faith leaders, and members of this community continue their work.
So this was back on Friday, just to give you guys an idea of how far things have escalated, where the governor was basically pleading with protesters to please calm down, please comply, and you guys can go and watch my videos covering this, or Nick Sorter and others. I mean, we're talking about some very intense, heavy clashes with multiple different layers going on here. As far as where are all of these people showing up? Again, according to New Jersey, a lot of people showing up are not even from New Jersey. People who are being arrested involved with the protest, not from New Jersey. Apparently, the local police even have embedded intelligence agents to try and figure out what's going on as well. So we are monitoring the situation.
We got to figure it out. We got to sink in the undercover officers, man.
New Jersey is willing to comply and work with Homeland Security to help with security on the ground. So, yeah, thank you guys so much again for being here. I hope
Well, again, it's pretty easy. It's either you're going to comply and help us, or we're going to send in a military and we'll do it very harsh ourselves, and we'll just send agents all over your damn state. If you like it, give a like and subscribe.